The price of peace of mind in a loud, angry world. There's a certain kind of silence you earn, not stumble into. Not borrow from a weekend retreat. Not simulate with noise-canceling headphones. It's a silence that doesn't just live in the room around you, but inside you. The kind that lingers even when the world is shouting. That silence, true peace of mind, isn't free. It costs something. And in this loud, angry world, where every moment is bait for outrage and every voice fights to be louder than the last, that cost is rising. You might not notice it at first. You're scrolling, clicking, reacting. Your phone lights up, your heart skips, your jaw tenses. News, arguments, comments, opinions dressed as facts, rage packaged as truth. It feels like connection, but it's not. It's noise, camouflaged chaos. And your peace? It leaks out of you. One unguarded moment at a time. Most people don't even realize what they're trading away. They think they're just participating, just staying informed, just keeping up, but there's a hidden toll, and it's being paid with attention. Sleep, clarity, patience, and, most painfully, identity. Because in a world that constantly demands a reaction, the person who chooses calm becomes a stranger, an outlier. And yet, that's where the real power lies. Peace of mind is not passive. Let's be clear, peace isn't weakness. It's not detachment, denial, or apathy. It's not some blissful ignorance that floats above the world's problems. No, true peace is forged in the fire. It's the result of making hard decisions, over and over again. It takes work to not be pulled into every argument, to not let someone's bitterness infect your mood, to sit with your emotions and not fling them outward at the first opportunity. That's not passive, that's mastery. It's standing at the edge of a whirlwind and choosing not to step in. It's hearing the noise, but not letting it write your script. It's knowing that the loudest voice is not always the wisest one. And the most outraged opinion is not always the most truthful. The world will tempt you to believe that being loud is the same as being strong. That reacting fast means you're paying attention. That getting angry proves you care. But what if that's just a distraction? What if strength is in restraint? What if awareness means choosing what not to consume? And what if caring looks like protecting your peace so you can actually make a difference? Not just make noise? Noise is a drug. Let's not pretend this is easy. Noise is addictive. Chaos is seductive. It gives you a hit of adrenaline. It tricks you into feeling alive, important, involved. Every headline, every debate, every scandal. It's like a tiny spark lighting up your nervous system. But there's a cost, because that spark doesn't just burn outward. It burns through you, and over time, your mind becomes a battlefield. Not because the world is worse, but because you've let every conflict take up residence inside you. You don't sleep as well. You overthink. You replay arguments in your head. You anticipate conflict before it even happens. Your peace becomes conditional. Always one opinion, one scroll, one confrontation away from collapsing. That's the real price of peace of mind in today's world. It demands intentionality. You have to consciously choose it. You have to defend it, not with swords or slogans, but with boundaries. You have to become ruthless about what you let into your space. Your phone, your mind, your soul. Stillness is a rebellion. We often think of rebellion as a loud act. Marches, protests, speeches, and those have their place. But there's another kind of rebellion. One that doesn't draw headlines, but is no less powerful. It's the rebellion of staying calm in a world that thrives on panic. Of walking away when everyone else is rushing toward the fight. Of speaking slowly when others are shouting. Of thinking deeply when the world is chasing clicks. Stillness in this world is not passivity. It's resistance. And wise people know this. That's why they don't rush to respond. They don't post just to be seen. They don't react to every provocation. They live with a kind of grounded dignity that isn't easily rattled. Because they've realized something most people miss. Peace of mind isn't the absence of conflict around you. It's the absence of chaos within you. What you say no to shapes who you are. Every peaceful life is defined by a series of intentional no's. No, I don't need to argue every opinion. No, I don't need to explain myself to people committed to misunderstanding me. No, I won't let your mood become my mood. No, I won't give you the power to trigger me. These boundaries are not walls, they are gates. They keep the sacred intact. They preserve the clarity that gets blurred when you let everyone in. But saying no comes with a cost. Sometimes, you'll be misunderstood. You'll be called distant, arrogant, cold. You'll be told you're avoiding the real issues. You'll feel like an outsider. Like you're swimming against the current of outrage culture. And that's the price. Peace of mind means stepping away from the performance. From the need to prove. To defend. To correct. And that can feel lonely. But it's not loneliness, it's space. Space to hear yourself again. Space to think. To feel. To remember who you are. When the noise dies down. How stillness restores your humanity. One of the greatest gifts of inner peace is that it gives you back your humanity. Because when you're constantly reacting, you're not fully present. You're in survival mode. You're scanning for threats. You're performing instead of living. But when your mind is still, your vision widens. You notice the sky again. You hear the way someone says, "I'm fine," and no they're not. You taste your food. You breathe more slowly. You smile more often, genuinely. Not because it's expected. Stillness doesn't just make you calmer. It makes you more human. More aware. More alive. And isn't that what we're really craving? Not the dopamine of digital chaos, but the soul-deep satisfaction of being anchored. Grounded. At peace? The world will always be loud. Be quiet anyway. The truth is, we cannot mute the world. There will always be noise. There will always be anger. Division. Drama. That's not going away. But peace of mind isn't about escaping that. It's about rising above it. It's about building an inner sanctuary that's untouchable. About developing emotional muscle that doesn't flinch with every push. About choosing presence over performance. Intention over impulse. It's not always comfortable. It takes discipline. It means you'll miss out on some of the buzz. The trending arguments. The applause that comes from outrage. But in return, you get clarity. You get strength. You get you, undiluted. Untriggered. Unbothered. And once you taste that kind of peace, you'll never trade it for temporary noise again. Because in the end, the price of peace of mind is worth paying. Every single time.